Is there a problem?
Ah, a new face in the camp. Are you the replacement for Geralt?
Not that I know of.
Damn. I'd hoped that somebody would finally take over his post. Does that mean I have to continue dealing with this waster?
What kind of a problem have you got with Geralt?
Where do I start? He can't even do the simplest tasks. We've got rules here, and if they aren't observed, we'll have big problems.
So don't make such a fuss, Frink.
Everyone knows you don't stick to the rules, so just leave us out of it.
What rules are you talking about?
Well, prick up your ears, okay? 1. The word of the mages is law. 2. Crystal mining is top priority. And 3. One must not flake out at one's post.
All right. Understood.
Ah, really? What's the first rule?
The word of the mages is law.
Correct. Nothing gets done without a strong chain of command. Only those who obey the rules of the camp will achieve something.
Do you need help?
Yes. I've been waiting too long for a bag of crystals to be delivered from the camp's mine. I'm not counting on Geralt bringing them anymore, which is why you are going to get them. I'll make it worth your while.
I'll bring you your pouch of crystals.
Excellent. 4 filled pouches should suffice. Never forget, mining crystals has top priority.
Yeah.
He who disrespects the rules will receive no respect.
What do you want?
Tired?
You'd be tired too if you were permanently on guard duty.
Guard duty? It's not like anything ever happens here.
That's exactly what I was trying to tell Frink. But then he just started with all that rubbish about the rules. I tell you, he's got his head so far up Magnus's arse, he never sees the sun.
Have a rest for once.
Whoa, and get caught by Frink? Nah. I have to get Gnome Dakiel moving anyway. He's sleeping again. Hey, wait. What do you think about this idea? You make Dakiel work, and I'll have a rest.
What do I get in return if I help you?
Simple. What I don't know won't hurt me. If a few crystals make their way into your pockets from time to time, I'll turn a blind eye. But don't think you can snitch on our arrangement to Frink for a few gold.
I'll give Dakil a proper talking to.
Good. I can have a rest at last.
Frink asked me to collect pouches of crystals here in the mine.
Oh, are you his new errand boy?
He said that this was actually your job.
It was my job. Now it's yours. Have fun while you're at it. But look at it this way. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Such is life.
Nini!
Wake up!
What? Me is gaga, Dakil tired.
You cheeky runt.
No more blah blah. Me better go.
I have never met a gnome as lazy as you.
What? Me want basha?
I've always wanted to punch a gnome.
The rats will have fun with you.
What? Me mot murksa Dakil, eh?
It's too late for excuses now.
Wait me. Take coinies and peace again. Yes.
All right then, hand it over. Show me what you've got in your pockets.
Dakil not find much in Kava. Other gnu working, Dakil sleep.
Lazy and poor. Great. From now on, you'll work just like everyone else.
Yip yip, Dakil will fetch many dinghy from mountain.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Nini!
Dakil is working again.
And?
I thought the news would be worth a reward.
Didn't I tell you that you could pick up everything you find here?
You did, but...
But? What? Here, take 5 gold and get your ears cleaned. Blah, blah, blah. Don't nod off. You can kiss my arse, Frink.
Here. That should be the last of the pouches of crystals.
You're really quick. Not bad. Here's your payment. That concludes the shipment. General Magnus will be happy. And now I can get a few tankards in the tavern. I mean, now I can sleep easy at night.
Garel said I could steal a few crystals in the mine.
What? You will leave them where they are. The crystals are for the mages. Nobody can help themselves here. I'll tell Magnus about this, and there will be consequences for Geralt. As for you, I hope you're not hiding any crystals from the mine in your pockets.
Of course not.
Good. I expected nothing less from you. But that doesn't mean I won't keep a close eye on you. If you have nothing more to report, you may leave.
Oi, you squealed on me to Frink.
So?
So? I'll remember that. You hear?
Sure.
Get lost. Get out of here.
Zakia likes gold. Homie has gold?
Yeah. Here, take 5 gold.
Zakia wants more gold. Homie, go and get more gold.
Go earn your own gold.
Now, if homies give gold, Zakia happy. You give Zakia gold, and Zakia tell you something.
Do the Guardians even trust you, gnomes?
Guardians only trust magic men. But eyes of Guardians overlook GNU, so they not see when we do business.
Right. How many gnomes live on Tyrannus?
5.
5?
Does Zakia get more gold if he says higher number?
No, Zakir gets nothing because he can't count. Give me my gold back.
Well, okay.
All I got back from you is 4 gold. 1 is still missing.
But 4 is much more than 5, and half of 8 is...
Forget it. Keep the coin.
The laundry isn't done yet. Come again later.
Laundry? What laundry?
The Guardian's laundry. Someone has to do it.
And I suppose that someone is you.
For some reason, I imagine my life as a cadet to be very different. As a Guardian, you'll be throwing fireballs all the time, they said. But the only fire I get to see is the one under the cooking pot.
So, you're the whipping boy around here.
Yes. I mean, no. Well, for now, but later...
Yeah, big plans, I get it.
If I didn't have my dreams, what would I have left?
Laundry?
Ah, thanks.
Tell me more about the Guardians.
We are the long arm of the mages, so to speak. All new recruits begin their service as a simple cadet. The boys who have served for a while will be appointed as Guardians, and only Magnus, our general, outranks them.
I understand. Ever considered running away?
Nope, I'd never consider it. Eventually, someone will come and take over my post. But for now, it would be helpful enough if someone could sweep the warehouse for me. Hey, you're still new. Don't you want to take on the job?
No, I never saw myself ending up as a cleaning lady. Sure, I'll sweep the warehouse. Fuck that. Alright, listen. How about I find someone to sweep the warehouse for you?
That works too. But take this broom with you. Can't do the job without the proper tools.
Where should I find your replacement for the warehouse?
That won't be easy at all. Surely none of the Guardians would want to do it. And asking the mages would cost you your head. It would probably be easiest to find somebody who has recently lost his job. Keep your eyes open.
You don't happen to be looking for a new task by any chance?
What do you mean by that? I'll never go fishing again.
No problem. Vetranio's looking for someone who will clean the warehouse for him.
And you think I could do that?
Come on. Surely you can do a bit of sweeping. Take the broom. You can get started right away.
Will do. I won't disappoint the Guardians.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled.
Tokel will clean the warehouse for you from now on.
Great! Now all I need is someone to do my laundry.
You lazy little shit. Anyway, I think you owe me something.
You're right. Here, take this and get yourself a good draft at Roderick's.
Hey, you. I know who you are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're that person who weighed anchor here not too long ago. I also know what you want.
And what do I want?
Our crystals, of course. And if you want to learn magic, you're gonna need them. But you're gonna have to earn them.
How do I earn crystals?
Well, I'd say that you need a strong arm.
Let me guess. I need a fucking pickaxe.
Exactly. But if you're willing to take the risk, I can offer you a bet.
Go on.
How about a round of arm wrestling against me? If you win, I'll give you some crystals.
Tell me about arm wrestling.
You sail the seas in the company of pirates.
Yeah, enough said. I'll find someone who'll tell me.
If you want to challenge me, find me in a tavern at around midday.
Right. What do you need as my stake?
Forget it. Defeating you will be good enough.
Right.
You know what? You buy a round of grog for the lads if you lose.
What'll it cost me?
300 gold and you're in. Just so you know, there'll be no more crystals if you lose. So only challenge me at the tavern if you've got what it takes.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm a fighter. I've never done anything else. First for the Inquisition, and now for the mages. I guard the camp alongside Frink, Magnus and the others. So if you violate the rules, I'll probably be the one who beats you up.
What are the rules of the camp?
Talk to Frink. He will teach you them.
You understand your craft.
Well, you know, eventually you will meet someone who's better than you.
But if you train me, that won't happen soon.
Well, why not? Close combat is my strong point. Let's see if I can still teach you something.
What do you sell?
How about melee combat?
What do you want to know?
I'm not good enough yet.
Our goods will be safe from thieves.
Get lost!
Get out of here.
It's going to happen soon.
Cheeky little bastard. Ain't you a cute little bastard?
Get lost!
Get out of here.
Psst. Hey, you! Come here.
What's going on?
Not so loud. Otherwise I'll be in trouble with the Guardians again.
You're not one of the Guardians.
I never trusted magic. I'm a fisherman. I was a fisherman before the Majors began their experiments on this island.
Ah, a fisherman. And what are you fishing for up here in the camp?
Nothing. Stop making fun of me.
Why do we have to whisper anyway?
The Guardians don't want anyone to ask for help.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Because my story just drives people crazy. At least, that's what Hardwick said.
What's your problem?
You want the short version or the long one?
The long version.
Alright. It was like this. Lena, Tokel, and I lived in the fisherman's hut in the valley until not long ago. Fishing wasn't just my dream, it was theirs too. And we made a comfortable living.
And then?
Well, one day, a thick fog rolled in, and it became very cold. Then we noticed the fish had stopped biting.
You don't say. And then?
Well, then we decided to light a fire. But before we even managed to get it lit, we heard these strange noises.
Strange noises?
Yes. Coming from the fog. Something was in the fog.
Creatures came out of the fog. Go on.
Not just any creatures. You've never seen anything.
Let me guess. Shadow minions.
Yes. But how did you...
Just tell me what happened to your friends.
Well, that's the problem. I don't know what happened to them. I took to my heels and ran all the way here.
You're some friend.
Come on. I was scared witless. Please, can you go and check on them?
I'll take care of your friends.
Thank you. Finally. Someone's doing something for me. I think you should start your search at the fisherman's hut. But make no mistake, those beasts are nothing to be trifled with.
Tokel is safe.
And I thought I'd never see him again. I take it you brought him here to the camp?
Yeah. It isn't safe out there.
Tyrannus isn't what it used to be.
Hey, I'm a Gila. If you need something special or want to get rid of a few crystals, I'm your man.
Got any good tips?
Sure, if you're looking for weapons, talk to Gordon and Stanley. You can earn gold in arm wrestling matches or by throwing knives. Oh, and if you get the opportunity, run an errand for the Majors. The rewards are worth it. You can also earn the odd coin drinking. I usually drink from late at night until dawn.
What's knife throwing like?
It's only for guys with a steady hand. You have to get the right moment to throw the knife. And if you need an opponent, ask around near the target. If you see someone training there, you can challenge them.
How is your arm wrestling?
Go talk to Roderick. Introducing it was his idea. He can tell you the rules. But be careful if you wrestle with him. He's got a battering ram instead of an arm.
Do you trade information as well?
A little bird twittered an interesting tidbit to me recently. Apparently, the mages have got themselves a nice pile of crystals. I bet a smart guy like you would have use for some of them.
As for the mage's crystals...
Not so fast, my friend. Information has a price, and I want gold.
I'll look into the matter with the crystals.
Good idea. It's time someone took stock there. And I think their records will soon show stocks are low, eh?
What do you get out of it once I get the crystals?
Not much, other than the few gold coins I ask in payment for some information. It's more of a personal matter. I got caught stealing something from them once. The reprimand stung, and it still does today. I would feel a certain gratification if you stole from them.
Which mages?
Well, I heard that Nurgle, the alchemist, keeps his valuables in a chest. And Lumbrock has a guard posted outside his room around the clock. He might as well have shouted from the rooftops that he's got something worth stealing. Master Faruko is the last one. Picking his chest will be quite a feat.
As for... how do I get at the mage's chests?
You shouldn't have any difficulties with Nurgle. He's so scatterbrained he doesn't even lock it. It may take some sweet talking to get to Lumbrock's chest, though. The guard is pretty on the ball. But if you get a job from Lumbrock, you'd be able to enter his room, so good luck. As for Faruko, let me think. I heard he possesses a key. Talk to him and feel him out.
Anything you can teach me?
If your offer's fair.
I want to improve my shot with a pistol.
All right then. Pistols are best for short range. For longer, use a rifle. If you're in a fight, wait for the moment when your enemy is distracted, and then, bam, shoot him in the face. It's not the most elegant strategy, but very effective.
I'm really not that good. I'd like to become a better thief.
All right then.
What can you offer?
Everything you need.
This, my friend, this here is the best spot on this stinking island.
Do you have something against the island?
No. Just smells a little strong here, that's all. It's my home, after all.
You need a good spanking, the one your mother never gave you.
What is it? Is there a problem?
No. Why should there be a problem?
Because everyone who talks to me comes with a sack full of problems, and I solve problems. Those who control magic have nothing to fear.
You seem confident.
You bet. Just look what the mages have done here on Tyrannus. We don't care if the gods have abandoned the world. We don't need them anymore. The more crystals our minds produce, the greater our power.
How many crystals have you got with you?
Me? Oh, it's not worth mentioning. A handful, and that's it. This stuff is needed elsewhere more urgently.
Then you certainly won't mind handing over a few.
But not all of them. Here.
Tell me something about the crystals and the mines.
I've no idea why the crystals are so powerful, but I do know they burn a nice hole in our enemies. And that's precisely why it's so important to mine them.
Right. What else do you do, apart from making speeches?
Ha! Impressed, aren't you? Well, I'm waiting for the next order from Magnus. As long as he issues them, I'll be ready in advance. He who is well prepared will succeed in this camp, and that will be me.
How about a round of knife throwing?
Sure thing, but I don't compete against any buffoon. I'll enter into a knife duel with you just as soon as you bring the necessary gold. But remember, I don't have time for these games when I'm not by the wheel. Don't just stand around. Make yourself useful.
Here, lad, fry yourself a piece of meat. You look famished.
What? You're giving him something to eat?
You're fat enough as it is, Horace. So, what can I do for you? Would you like to replenish your supplies? Or maybe test your strength?
So, you provide supplies to the people here?
That's right. But it isn't always easy to fill all the hungry mouths. The work in the mines means the men are constantly hungry. Luckily, the gnomes don't eat very much. And when they're hungry, the garbage is also fine for them.
You give the gnomes rubbish to eat?
Of course. And I don't feel guilty about it either. They're not like those fancy mages. They don't give a toss if their sausage was lying in the dirt for a bit. The important thing is, it's nice and greasy and puts meat on their bones. Besides, I have to make do with what Rummold gives us.
Tell me about arm wrestling. I heard that you were the one who knew something about it.
Then you heard right. The rules are simple. Place your arm on the table and push. No bracing. And keep trying to twist the opponent's hand to the inside. That's how you'll get his hand on the table.
Who can I take on at arm wrestling?
I always arm wrestle straight after leaving work. It's a welcome change from the daily grind. Otherwise hard-week and downs turn up every now and then. When you see someone training at the table, chat to him, and he'll be happy to do a round with you.
What do you have to offer?
Choose something.
Can you teach me anything?
If you have some ready cash.
Another bout for some of your crystals.
Nice. But remember, there's no consolation prize if you lose. No strength in the arms, no crystals. So put your back into it and show me what you're made of.
So, what do you think now?
Unbelievable. Nicely done. I'm impressed.
And my crystals?
Here are the crystals. And your wager back.
My pleasure. How about another round of arm wrestling?
Developed a taste for it, have ya? Alright, listen up. I only play for low stakes. I don't want to wind up in debt to the boys here. You know how it goes. Challenge me at the table and we can get started.
Let's arm wrestle.
I'll break your bones. Ha ha ha.
So, what do you think now?
When it comes to arm wrestling, lots of people could take a leaf out of your book.
Where in the world is my soap?
Another amateur in the camp. Or the ugliest dock whore I've ever seen.
Is this how you welcome every newcomer?
No, just the wimps.
I've already got enough to deal with right now. What is your problem with me?
That's enough. I can stop this little game now.
Game? What game?
Information. That's what I was after. I provoked you. And you revealed something about yourself, my naive friend.
Who the fuck are you calling naive?
You didn't listen to me. You allowed yourself to be provoked again. I think you ought to try and be a little smarter. You won't survive on brawn alone. I think you've learned enough for today.
Why have you sided with the Guardians?
Well, for one thing, you can convince yourself that it's safe here. But the real reason is that you get a roof over your head and a meal on the table.
You don't sound very convinced.
I don't care how important extracting the crystals may be. I'm not going to work in some bloody mine. So my motto is, keep your head down, and you'll have a good life here.
Why does someone like you need that information?
Isn't that obvious? Information is valuable. It can sometimes determine the course of entire wars. Keep your ears open, and you can pocket a lot of gold.
So, you're rich?
I wouldn't be for long if I told you that. Never peddle the fruits of your labours. Old street wisdom.
All right. You are rich. What do I need to know about the camp?
You don't expect a lecture from me, do you?
No.
Good. Because you'll figure most of it out for yourself, anyway. What I can recommend is that you take a look in the back room of the tavern now and then. Occasionally, you'll meet someone there you can challenge to a drinking contest.
Who takes part in the drinking games here?
Oh, there are a couple of real pissheads running around here. Keep an eye out. If you really want to prove that you can hold your liquor, there's only one way. As soon as you find someone standing in the back room of the tavern with a bottle in his hand, challenge him to a drinking contest, and may the stronger liver win.
What sort of information do you have to offer?
Since you don't perform guard duty, and you don't manage our stock lists, I don't have much for you. Of course, those robe-wearing bureaucrats have something to offer, but I'm sure you would have figured that out yourself. No, I've got another offer for you. Fork out some gold, and I'll teach you a few tricks. If you've got it, use it.
Sir, General, sir! Permission to speak freely.
Permission granted.
Geralt, one of the mine guards, has committed a grave offense.
How grave?
He allowed unauthorized parties to remove crystals from the camp mine.
Has he been instructed in the rules of the camp?
Yes, sir. Not a day goes by without me repeating them to him like a mantra.
Good. You shall receive no salary for a week. Back to your post.
Yes, sir. He who disrespects the rules will receive no respect.
Hold it. Where are you going? Civilians are not allowed here. Who let you in?
Hey, Magnus, good to see you. I was just going to show my friend around the camp.
I don't believe a word. You're up to something, I know you. Anyway, I didn't ask you. So, how did you get in here?
The gate was open and I walked in.
Damn it, are we just letting anyone in? Looks like I need to have a word with the guard at the gate.
I'm here to talk to the mages.
I really don't care. I call the shots here. So you have to talk to me first. What is someone like you really doing on Tyrannus?
We're on the same side.
You expect me to believe that?
I don't have time to mess around. I want to fight the shadows, and I need your help.
You say you want to fight against the shadows with us? All right, convince me. Why should I waste my valuable time for you, of all people?
I helped a guardian called Ramon in Antigua.
That may be the case, but I'll wait for the official report. You'll have to come up with something better than that for now.
I saved one of your cadets, Horace, from the Inquisition.
Ah, not Horace again. That boy's always getting himself into trouble. Thank you anyway, but I'm afraid I'm still not entirely convinced by you.
I offer my help to you Guardians. Take it, or leave it.
I don't need loudmouths. I need soldiers. Good, sworn-in soldiers who perform their service diligently. No. Then I'd have to supervise you as well. I can't do everything at once. I've got my hands full as it is here at the camp. And then there's the mines. Until I get a report on the condition of my mines, I don't have time for other things.
Who's the most powerful mage here?
That would be the head of this colony, the Honorable Mage Zacharias.
All right. And where can I find him?
He's busy with his research and is not to be disturbed. If you want to know more, talk to Master Erasmus. You can usually find him in the upper levels of the Great Hall.
Does that mean I can talk to the mages in the Great Hall?
If you ask me, no. I think you'd better stay out here. The mages in the Great Hall have had enough distractions in the last few days.
I should have known. Your ship out there, does it ever leave the harbor?
All hell's broken loose out on the open sea. It's better if it stays right where it is. And before you get any ideas, only one of us, a guardian, can serve on board our ship.
What are you doing against the shadows here on Tyrannus?
I know that they have already begun to conquer the island, but I don't have enough men to handle the situation. One of those Shadow Lords has set up camp not far from here.
A Shadow Lord here on Tyrannus? Where is he?
He came by sea and landed on the western shore of the island. Over there, where the sun darkens and all is blighted by shadows. That's where his dominion begins. Be wary, and don't get too close to him.
I can take care of your mines.
Out of the question. I've already assigned some men to that job.
And how are they doing?
I'm still waiting for their report. I've been for days.
Sounds like you've got everything under control.
All right. You win. You've got the job. Go into the mines and see what the hell's going on down there. But don't you dare make me regret my decision.
One more thing about the mines.
Yes?
How many mines are there on Tyrannus?
The crystal deposits are pretty far apart on this island. There could be 4 that may be of use to us. You'll find the entrance to one of the mines here, right behind our settlement's warehouse. One mine is in the north of the island, not far from here. Another is also in the north, but closer to the heart of Tyrannus. And another should be somewhere near the port in the south. But I can't say for sure. So far, we've only found 3 of them.
What do you need from the mines?
I need a report from each foreman. The mages have been pestering me about it for days. They want their crystals. So, do me a favor and don't screw up, all right?
I discovered a new mine to the south.
Ah, where exactly?
Near the harbor. It was teeming with goblins, but not anymore.
Ah, excellent. I knew there was still something of value down there. Well done. See Gaddy and tell him about the new mine. He's a gnome at the harbor. Tell him to take over the mine. The sooner the better.
One more thing about the mines.
Yes?
The delivery has arrived from the mine.
Oh, which of the lads here got it?
I did.
Right. Oh well, good work, I suppose. Take this as a reward for your service. I'll have to think very carefully about putting Frink in charge of the mine.
Come on. Let me into the Great Hall of the Mages. I'll try not to get into any trouble.
Very well. After all, you've done much for us. Go to them. But don't distract them too much from their work.
Great. Can I learn something from you?
You're not a guardian. Therefore, I am not permitted to teach you any of our skills. And I certainly won't be sharing the Guardian's knowledge. But I think I could teach you a thing or two about fighting. If you'd like to know something specific, just ask me. However, I will not do this without payment.
Teach me something.
What would you like to know?
You'd better not touch anything in here.
Zakir doesn't care that others are poor. The important thing is Zakir rich.
Get lost.
Get out of here.
He who disrespects the rule.
My word. Am I happy to see you.
I had almost given up.
Did those beasts ravage you as well?
I moved to the hill before it got serious. You remember the one? Where we used to hit the bottle?
Those were the days. Well, we're safe here for now.
You got that right. I'm staying here.
You do that. I've got something else to do. See you later.
Again.
I found what was causing the noise.
Really? Yes. It's all quiet now. What was it?
An armadillo living behind the house.
I knew it was a vermin problem. I'm going to give Talbot a piece of my mind. Take this as a reward. Mind that you take off your shoes before stepping inside.
Hey, wait. Aren't you? Forget it.
Out with it.
You're the guy they are all talking about around here, aren't you?
Are they?
Yes. They say you have what it takes. So you know all about the gnomes, don't you?
Gnomes sure do keep you on your toes.
Yeah, they all look the same. I still have to find 3 of them. I got a list from Magnus. I don't have time for those little shits.
You're in charge of the gnomes.
If only it was just the gnomes. There's also my wife, Paola. She keeps annoying me with unimportant things. Clean the house. Do something about the vermin. There are rats everywhere. Don't dirty the floor. Take off your shoes.
I understand.
As if I didn't have enough problems of my own.
Women.
Precisely.
What's it like working for the mages?
They really know how to get things done. My wife and I made a point of moving to Tyrannus. We're doing well here. At least, we've got our own peace and quiet. But if the mages turn that reactor on, we'll be scared stiff.
Tell me more about the reactor.
I think it's worrying. Sure, the mages know what they're doing, but between you and me, if that thing blows up, we've had it.
Do you have a reason for your concern?
Well, even mages are human, and humans make mistakes. One mistake in their calculations and boom!
I'll take care of the gnomes.
You would try to find it for me?
Yeah.
Good. Here's Magnus's list. It's about the gnomes Dakil, Faris, and Gadi. I've scribbled a few notes on it.
About the gnomes. Where should I look for the gnomes?
According to my information, they should be here in the camp somewhere. One should be at the harbor, and another is working out in the mines.
Got it. I found Dakil. He's here, in the mine.
Good to know. Here's your reward.
I found Gadi. He's working for the warehouse master, Rummel, down at the harbor.
I'm glad to hear that.
Zakir!
If you ask me, it was the right decision giving these little fellows their own place.
Why?
Well, if something goes missing, you know where to look.
You slower.
Hey there, short ass.
Palopo di paga nupsi.
Yeah, well, whatever.
No? You don't understand nothing? Good. That's because me no monolith stone. All gone. Kasi no longer have stone. You don't be bashing Kumpo Gunu.
It's alright, I understand. You no longer have the stones, I get it.
Yip yip.
Monolith stones. I should tell the mage responsible about this little chap here.
Ah, new homie in the camp. Abbas knows them all. Abbas remembers when only fields and trees were here.
But I like it better as it is now.
Do you know any stories about Tyrannus?
Yep, homie. We gnomes here before mages. When mages arrived, they offered deal. They give us gold, and we work for them. If homie has gold, Abbas can sell dinghy, or tell stories.
What do you actually do here?
Abbas is elder of the gnomes, watches over them, and gathers shiny stones for mages. Sadly, Abbas lost Lami. He was hardest working gnome of all.
Then I'll keep an eye out for Lami.
Famo, homie. Looky, looky.
Tell me something. Tell me about you gnomes.
We collect dinghy on every island. Always looking for the most pretty dinghy there is. The Orikulki.
Why?
At the end of his life, every GNU needs his Orikulki to leave this world with honor. That is our destiny. Yes.
Who's in charge here?
Magnus is important, homie. Tells everyone what to do. Zacharias is biggest mage, but he's always busy. Easier to talk to other mages. If you want to learn, go to Stanley, Gordon, and Hardwick. Oh, and Roderick makes delicious soup.
What's so special about the crystals?
Yep, homie. Mages want shiny stones from Kava, from the mines. Gnu help. There are many Kavas here on the island of crystals. And because we many Gnu, we bring many shiny stones. The homies need many to build big stone circle on the bridge.
What do you sell?
Cookie looky.
back here.
Show me your stuff.
Yip yip.
No, nothing here for me.
What can you...
Everything you need.
Take your damn shoes off.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I just did? I paid someone to do your job.
You did what?
You heard right. We have vermin in our house, and I bet they'd feel right at home in this pigsty.
All right, don't get so worked up, love.
If I catch you wearing your shoes in this house one more time, you'll be sleeping on the floor. Mind that you take off your shoes.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled.
Yes, I know. You're new here, and you want a quick way to learn magic. Forget it. Magic requires practice and concentration. If you expect quick success, you'll be quick to fail.
I just wanted to talk to you.
Do I look like the sort of person who spends their time chatting? I'm here to teach people about magic. Remember that. And now, I have other matters to attend to.
I want to learn more about crystal magic.
I don't have much time, so you'll have to make do with the short version. Crystal magic may appear to be another, random form of magic to the uninitiated, yet it is capable of so much more. It contains a power to rival even that of the Titans.
How can a few crystals stop Titans?
Have you never heard that faith can move mountains? It's similar with crystals, but more practical. It's possible to channel their magic. The sooner we understand their complex structures, the stronger the magical power we can extract from them.
Where do these crystals originate?
An interesting, albeit irrelevant question. Perhaps they were a final gift from the gods, given to protect mankind from their doom. Perhaps they simply lay concealed beneath the rock for eons. In the end, all that matters is we've got them.
Sounds to me as if you want to play God.
The gods have forsaken us, and we have no need for them anymore. These crystals give us power to restore order. They are the key to man's continued survival, and so we shall use them.
Thanks. I think I've heard enough for now.
Good. I think this little chit-chat added to your knowledge. Now go back to your chores.
What can you teach me?
Just ask me. Listen, always pay attention to the person next to you. have to cover each other's backs.
One day, Ali will become great guardian. Yip yip.
What do you think about this place?
I'd call that ambitious. The plans of the esteemed mage gentleman are indeed very ambitious. You've got to admit that partial success has proved them right. I wonder how the project is going to proceed.
It's useless without the right key.
Don't even think about filling your pockets with my stuff.
You're not a guardian, are you?
No, the mages saved me, so I'm doing my share here in the camp. I don't know the last thing about magic, but I can forge a good sword, and a solid blade is a loyal companion in these times.
You want to stop the shadows with ordinary steel?
If only you knew everything you could do with my steel.
Ha! We'll need more than that to stop them.
What do you do when you're not at the forge?
I sleep.
Right.
Well, sometimes I have a little drink in the tavern after midnight. When you bang on the anvil as much as I do, sometimes your hand starts to get a little shaky. A strong drink helps to steady the bones, you know. And if you can have a drinking contest with someone on the same night, all the better.
What did the mages save you from?
It all happened too long ago for you to be remotely interested.
You're wrong. Tell me the story.
It all started back in the time when the Inquisition and the mages were still making common cores. I was already a smith then, and I was doing loads of overtime. I was so overworked that I forgot to fold one particular blade properly.
Okay, so you forged a bad blade, so?
But that's just it. That sodding blade ended up going to the commandant, and of course, it snapped. He wanted to have my guts for garters, so I packed my things and went over to the mages. I'd never have made it without them.
So, returning to the Inquisition is not an option?
Definitely not. I hardly think they would welcome a deserter back with open arms. No, my place is here. The mages will accomplish what the Inquisition failed to do.
And that is?
Defeat the Titans, once and for all.
I think I've heard enough.
All right, I have another iron in the fire anyway.
Tell me about blacksmithing.
I owe the mages, so you'll have to pay me. But if you're afraid of sparks, you'll be a terrible blacksmith. If all you need is a better weapon, I can sell you one.
Teach me something.
Keep your fingers to yourself.
Oiled crankshafts were rarely used in crossbows, despite their obvious efficiency. Since most shooters have started using firearms, likely no one there is interested any longer. A final specimen is said to have been owned by a lighthouse keeper on Calendor. I'm not a weaponsmith.
You lucky here.
Who are you?
I am Jafar, a big fucking hero and friend to hummies. Well, I was once. Me Sada.
What do you mean, you were a hero?
Look at me now. Jafar become Matar. Matar of Gnu. He must train young Gnu.
Is that bad?
No, but it means Jafar must watch over Protégé. Cannot sail sea anymore. Jafar stuck here on stinking Tyrannus. Me Sada.
How's your protégé getting along?
Jafar failed. My Pivi has been among humans too long. He never really learned from Matar what it means to be good Gnu.
Who is your Pivi?
My protégé, he called Ali. He running through camp telling everyone he wants to be fucking guardian.
Oh yeah, I've met him.
Oh no. Jafar is big fucking disappointment. Not a good matar.
Then let Ali become a guardian. After that, you'll be rid of him.
What? But Ali is GNU. General Magnus has never accepted GNU before.
There's always a first time.
You taking my piss?
Why don't you both just sail somewhere else?
We come because GNU needed here. Jafar feel responsibility for homies, and good for Protégé. Jafar still only here because Protégé no want to leave.
I'll take care of Ali.
What? You talk to Magnus so he will make Ali a guardian?
I think I'll take a closer look at your protégé first. Does Ali have any special skills that might impress the general?
Well... he's a GNU.
This isn't going to be easy.
Okie dokie. I wait here till you done.
If you like sailing, I could use your help. I need a skilled thief like you on my crew.
Yep, yep. Jafar happy at idea. Generous offer. But Jafar is matar and cannot just leave Protégé.
You won't find anything on me.
Tyrannus isn't what it used to be.
Don't just stand around. Make yourself useful.
Stop! Not another step. You're not going to just saunter in here, are you?
And what if I am?
No way. General Magnus doesn't want anyone to disturb the mages. So without the General's permission, I'm not letting anyone in. Are we clear?
I see. General Magnus asked me to speak to the mages.
Oh, yeah? And I'm supposed to believe that?
Do I have to get the General down here?
Nah. Forget it, I believe you. For all I care, just go in if you want.
Are you this friendly to everyone?
You aren't responsible for the mage's safety. If anything goes wrong or goes missing, I'm the one who gets it in the neck. They don't pay me nearly enough for this shit.
You put your heart and soul into your work.
Don't mess with me, all right? I thought being a guardian would make me rich and famous. I'd go out and do some heroic deeds, and everyone in the tavern would love me for it. Instead, I just hang about here. And every once in a while, some cretin comes by and wants to compete with me.
How about some arm wrestling?
I knew it. Haven't you got anything better to do?
You scared?
No way. I'll break your arm. But we'll only wrestle once, for gold. And the winner takes all. Just so you know, I'm only ever at the tavern until noon. If you want to wrestle later than that, you can forget it. I'm on duty then.
I'd rather wait here.
Zach here.
Go away. Who's there?
You know how to handle yourself.
It's useless without the right key.
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?